Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. I'm here with the Economic Ninja.
Hey, everybody.
And guys, we got a good one for you today. We've been filming our Real Estate Foreclosure Pro and got the final bits of that done.
We're done. It's going off to the editor tomorrow morning.
Yes, it is. And also, so the title of this video is No Need to Wait. So there's a lot to talk about. Please don't forget to the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And Real Estate Foreclosure Pro. We just finally finished the course, and when you upload it, it's done. So there's a pre-foreclosure discount. Pre-foreclosure discount. There's a pre-filming discount right now. We've looked at properties. We've been to foreclosure auctions. We've done a bunch of stuff today. It's been a very cool
learned
day.
A lot. It's incredible. Yeah, so it's 80% off, $199. The second to last video is uploaded, which I expect over the next few days. We are going to cancel it full price. So, so once it's done, it's done. Please do not send emails and say, "Oh, can I get in?" That always happens.
No, okay. Yeah. So, but it's been very cool. So, you know, first things first, before we get into the real estate, I want to talk about as far as the economy and as far as inflation. Right now, CNN has a great story about how Costco executives are saying that that the talk of a recession happening down the road is now. And people are not, they're walking to Costco and not buying in bulk like they used to. They're spending less even at Costco right now.
Yeah. It's because we are in a recession right now, and Joe Biden can't trick you with his whole, like, well, let's just change the name. It's Bidenomics. Like, oh, it's not 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. It's 4 or 6. It's like, no, we're in a recession, dork. He's just busy falling upstairs and having problems with bowel movements. The point is that we're screwed. And it's not that we're screwed. We're actually in a really good spot because when you see this ahead of time, you get to take advantage of it. I just got to buy a car for 25% under wholesale, and it was literally a dealer that sold it to me.
Yeah.
It's because the higher-end cars are selling off, and nobody owns their cars. That's another thing. Go to buy cars like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, Maseratis. Nobody owns their car.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay, you're bringing up a really good point right now. And then this is going to be story 3, but we're going to jump to it right now.
Cool.
And that is that the price of cars right now you're seeing more people that are spending almost $40,000 for a new car, for the simplest of cars.
Yes.
And the problem that you're seeing with used cars markets is that they're starting to have an abundance of inventory.
Yeah. And
some of the large SUVs, the suburban type Lincoln Navigators, things like that people were paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 above sticker for a year ago. The manufacturers have those stuck right now, and they are stuck with those cars. And you're starting to see them get auctioned off at the car auctions too.
Yeah, so Manheim, Car Gurus, and a few other analytics companies are actually proving that sale prices are actually going down. And what people don't realize, and I talked about this, you said you got an email about this real estate property that I bought. Or no, I was thinking about buying. That should have been listed, or a year ago was listed at 1.9. They took it off the market. They listed it the other day for 1.2. It got wrapped up really fast. But the point is, people aren't paying attention to the asking prices. The asking prices have dramatically changed in homes, in cars, and all kinds of different assets.
Well, that's the other thing is that, you know, there is a buying season for houses. Oh, yeah. And one thing that, you know, that you've taught me is that, you know, normally the buying season ends right at the beginning of summer. Right now, July 1st. July and August are not really traditionally good months to buy houses.
No, people are wrapped up in vacations. And then fall starts and kids are going back to school and people are busy.
Right.
Yeah.
And guys like you love to buy houses in
December. I love it.
When everybody's doing that. So right now we're seeing a ton of foreclosures.
Yes.
And the numbers are increasing month after month after month.
Yes, they are.
And
moratoriums are ending. That's massive. We've never, ever, ever had a foreclosure moratorium. Ever. And I don't even know how many ways I could say ever.
You can pay your bills.
Like,
you cannot pay your bill, and they will not kick you out of your house.
So all these morons are like, oh, no, the economy's strong. You're an idiot. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how much are idiot. Like, how else can we explain it?
It's never happened. Because one thing that we did today is that, you know, with the research for the course, you know, we've gone out to auctions, we've gone out to low-end properties. We saw properties that were just dilapidated and horrific. And
you said you could literally push over.
Oh my God! I went to a house today, and I'm going to show it to you. And I said, Ninja, you got to go back to you and I could push this house over. It's in such bad shape.
But as he's saying how bad it is, let me show you this. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property in the Los Angeles area, right? Southern California.
Yeah.
What is owed on it? $9,000. $9,000. Now, the fixed up value of that property is $700,000. So let's just throw this out there. What if all of a sudden, I thought somebody said ninja right behind me. What if all of a sudden somebody bought that and they were able to buy it and flip it for $250,000?
Right.
Well, what's crazy is the owners aren't doing that. Isn't that insane?
Oh,
they're
it's
in
nuts.
the property right now.
It's nuts.
They only owe $9,000 and it's going to auction and they're going to lose it. They could have literally.
I was there during the
sold
posting today when it was posted for a foreclosure sale, and then you met me out at a couple of cool properties that were above the
beyond cool.
Yeah, the foreclosures were up in the north. One was in North Tustin, in the hills. Beautiful property, 2 driveways, just a stellar property. That the opening bid for this is going to be almost $2.2 million, and crazy. Now, that didn't go to auction today. It got pulled at the last minute.
But it got pulled because it's the same investor as another property. Again,
that we
$2
went
million.
and looked at.
And think about this. This is what I get excited about when we were filming this for the course. Okay, yeah, we're talking about these $2 million properties. Are you going to buy a $2 million property? More than likely, no.
No.
But this is what I want to show you. Today, we saw people that literally only owed $9,000 on a house that literally, even in current condition, dilapidated, horrible, is worth $250,000, $300,000 all day long, right? They're letting it go back to the bank. Lost their mind.
Yeah.
Lost their marbles. The rich person that literally owns 2 homes valued at over $2 million each is losing it. Lost his mind. Did not manage money properly. And that's exactly what happened in 2005, 2006. But it's going to be worse this time because they had the full-fledged power of the government saying, you don't got to pay. And it literally caused a lot of people to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And that's the problem, is they're in that mode like, oh no. And I saw this in 2006 when I was dealing with it, when I was liquidating everything I owned. I only had 14 properties. But for me back then, that was a lot, right? I didn't hang out with these big social circles now. And but back then, people were losing their minds. Like, oh no, I'm not going to lose my house. Well, you haven't made your payment.
The next thing is the Airbnb market has taken off. It was such a great business. People were renting places and then going out and turning them into short-term rentals.
And then buying more.
Right. And there's
so
also, I did a story a couple days ago where there was an apartment owner he's not renewing leases. And he's got, in San Diego County, he's got 114 short-term permits to have short-term rentals. So you've got the guy with the long-term lease, and then he's got the short-term guy down the street. But that's crazy. And people are like, what do we do to fight this? Because we want to live here. This guy is probably getting close to $3,000 a month in rent, and he could probably make $8,000 or $9,000 with this short-term rental. He's doing the math on it and getting big deposits and things like that from people.
Yeah. So you had a story about Austin, because I've got something to trump your story.
Austin, Airbnb. 2 areas that are having real difficulties with Airbnb are Austin, Texas, which is running out of gas. The rocket ship to the moon, all the construction, all the building. I mean, all the horrific things they did to people. You and I both covered these stories where people would go buy a new house, supply chain issues, delays. The house would be 9 months, 11 months behind. Oh, hey, we're not going to sell you the house now. We want another $60,000, or you can't buy the house. Yeah. And they would cancel contracts with these people, did horrific stuff to these people. Now, you're seeing the Airbnb market fall flat. Nobody wants to go rent. And right now, people I've talked to in Austin, it is blazing hot there. It's over 100 degrees and humid. And
I was there last week. It was horrible.
The greatest.
I sweated from spots I never thought I had.
Anybody said
like my big toe.
Yeah, they had bugs that were so big they were like birds.
I ate one. I was hungry and I was very full. It was very large.
So you said
I'm going to trump you. Yeah, I'm going to
okay.
trump you. Dallas made Airbnbs or short-term rentals illegal.
Wow,
it's done. And so now all these people that bought all these homes are like, "Oh, wait, you can't do that." Yeah, we can. Because, and this is what's crazy. I talked about this years ago. I said, there's a point where a bunch of homeowners are going to get real pissed off that you got a vacation rental, and then the neighbor's got a vacation rental, and then the person in the middle has got to deal with all the partying.
Oh
and
my God, it's
Dallas
chaos.
Straight up said no more. So think about this. All these Airbnbs, like, we're going to countersue. It's like, at the end, you're like, you're going against the government. I don't know if you're going to win. I don't think you're going to win this one. And now, think about the panic. In Florida, you're already seeing Airbnbs hitting the market like crazy. What blows me away, these agents, they don't know. They ain't that bright. They go, look at this. It's fully furnished. You can work this out. You could rent it out as an Airbnb. And the first thing I'm going, why? Because the first dude wasn't bright enough to be able to pull that off? Oh, you want to sell it to me for more than the dude before me bought it for, and now it's for, that's not even going to pencil out. So the point being is that these Airbnb debacle, this is something we never dealt with in 2006.
Right.
That's why I just foam at the mouth. I'm like, I cannot wait.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Florida, they say, is America's hotspot for inflation, and
I got a hot spot last time I went to Florida.
well, it was horrible though. But you have so many problems with Florida real estate.
Yep.
And the abundance of properties, and that's the thing, guys. If the Airbnb stories interest you, just go to your local paper. Go to Southern California, LA Times, Orange County Register, and look at those stories because of the chaos. When people rent these places, it's not like a hotel room where you have to have some decorum and, hey, be quiet, there's people here. People rent somebody else's house and they go insane. They party 24/7 and it's nuts.
Don't even mention the monkeys. Those are college days.
Okay, so
keep going through those stories.
Landlords. The thing here in Southern California is that these guys are getting. Oh, this is great. They're getting vans and RVs that are not running right now, and they park them on the side of the road. And they have a law here in Coahuila, California, that if you have something that's considered someone's residence, they can't move it.
The homeless have all kinds of rights.
So the homeless have more rights than the people that are paying their bills.
Yep.
So you're going to start to see people get kicked out of their houses. But if you rented one of these vans from a van lord who they charge you like $600-700, you have a van that doesn't run, and you have shelter inside of a locked vehicle. You can
I want to be one of those. Just have a big old, just like a scepter and like this wool coat, and then a Volkswagen logo, like a necklace, and I'm the van lord.
Yeah, okay. You're seeing a lot of people. You're seeing weak auto loans. You're seeing a problem with car loans and people getting creative. My favorite thing right now, that if you look at history repeating itself, you're seeing deferred payments. 6 months, 8 months. Yeah. And everybody thinks, oh, that's free money. I get to drive the car for free for 6 or 8 months. It's not free.
It's like a financial safe space. It's like the landlord or the state goes, hey, we're just going to take a thing of chalk and draw a circle, and you're going to sit and you're going to feel safe. You don't got to pay payments for a few months. But someday you're going to step out of that circle as you're going to get hungry.
You know, all the problems with the Fed right now with interest rates that are going to go up. Well, no, the greatest story I found was the Fed should invest in a dartboard because it would be more accurate than what they're doing right now. So raise interest rates. Don't raise interest rates.
What went through their head the day in 1977 when they interviewed Janet Yellen for the Federal Reserve? You just wondering. But I mean, she runs our treasury now.
She went to China, to the vice president of China.
She did.
And she bowed to this person. Everybody lost their mind. So why did you bow? You're a world leader.
I'm sure it's because they said, we're going to drop your bonds in the open market. And she goes, drop the bonds. Yeah, it's scary. It really shows the truth that we are bowing down, bending over for the new financial system. The BRICS system is so powerful, such a big deal. And it's all over the news. It's like the gold-backed currency.
You got
Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. But the thing is you've got, 13 that are going to be admitted probably after the August meeting. You got 23 extra that have applied. Out of those right now, it isn't official, but it will be. France will be inside of that, which will break up the Eurozone. This is so serious. And if you don't think that will affect your housing market, you don't know what's coming, because what I believe is going to come is the bond market's going to lose control. Bonds are going to go spiking higher, which is going to make the Fed have to chase those yields. That means mortgages are going double digit. I believe you're going to see double digit mortgages.
Okay. The other thing is that I have people that when we say this, they go, Dan, you don't understand. I had a 14% mortgage. My first mortgage, I'll never forget it, guys. The mortgage broker slams the phone down. He goes, young man, remember this. I got you a 10% mortgage today, which is very high, but the house is 86.5, guys. There's a big, big difference. So the difference today is that
I'm hearing my father right now.
I got a few years on you.
Yeah.
But the point is that it's this 14% mortgages, guys. You can't do that with a $500,000 house. It's going to be outrageous what you're going to spend.
Here's the problem with everybody that says that. Young man, when I was your age, I was paying 14%. Well, yeah, big guy. Your house was also 1/10 the price. Yeah. Your wages, no kidding, were half or maybe 40% of what I'm making right now. What's your point? You made a lot more than I made when you adjust for inflation. And they're like, what's adjust for inflation? We're just talking about more. They're talking about one thing. It's like me just pointing out, like like this beautiful sandy beach, and all I'm doing is, you come up and go, look at that ugly rock right there. That ugly rock, because that's all I'm looking at, because you're looking at the ugly rock. It's the same thing with the mortgages. Like, well, you don't know what it's like. I paid 14%. No, you literally adjusted for inflation and wages. You had it so much better than people today with these higher rates, higher insurance costs, higher closing costs.
If you can get insurance.
Higher.
Now, Farmers Insurance here in California is talking about how they're not going to write certain policies.
Same with State Farm.
Rolling Hills Estates here in Southern California is an area that's near Torrance. It's near the ocean. It's kind of outside. These houses are falling off a cliff, guys. And they're like, we can't figure it out. We had more rain, double the amount of rainfall that would be considered normal. And some of these houses, they've cleared the brush away, and they're concerned about fire damage and fire risk. And these houses just falling down a cliff right now. So you're going to see more and more houses that will not be able to be insured in areas that you won't have a problem with. But how does it affect you with your house if the neighbor down the street fell into the canyon? No,
you mean like physically fell? Like
I fall and I can't get up? The house fell and can't get up. It's wild.
It is wild. But I mean, here's the thing. You could focus on all the doom and gloom all day long, right? And we're reporting just the truth. Or you could sit there and go, okay, this is the truth. How are we going to go crush it? How are we going to go and do it? Now, some of us are just more focused on, shaving our head and hiding in our bunker and screaming till the sun don't shine, and every once in a while doing some judo. But the point being is this: the fact is, when you know bad things are happening, you get ready for it. And I don't know who doesn't get this. During the Great Depression, more millionaires were made during the Great Depression than any time before that.
Any time ever.
Yeah,
guys.
And I made a lot of money after the Great Recession. Why? Because I sold all my houses beforehand.
You know what?
And I wasn't living with my mom.
Clients and I've told a lot of clients and people I work with now that I made a lot of money when things were bad. I had to be resourceful. I have to be different, and that's what people don't want to. People don't get it. They don't want to try new things. But I'm telling you guys right now, just get ready. Get ready. Buy food now. Stock up on food. Get your bills paid down. Have an emergency fund. Be ready in case something goes south.
Totally, I agree with that. But you can only be so ready. At a certain point, you got to go. Okay, I got a year's worth of food supply. I got my water filter. I got money on the side. Now, why not start a little business and take advantage of the crash?
Oh, exactly.
I mean, buy a car super cheap and flip it. Buy a store that's going out of business, buy all their inventory, and then put their stuff online.
One thing that you were great at is the side hustle course and things that you've done. I had people that, the best one was a guy from Hungary that sold stuff out of his garage, and it was like almost $9,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
The total, compared to American dollars, it was crazy what this guy sold for, because the golf clubs he didn't use, all the sporting equipment, all the snow equipment, everything he had that he had stored in the garage that somebody else wanted, and he got rid of it.
So I've seen people do that, and I've done that myself, right? They come up with $5,000-$10,000 for stuff in their garage, then they go and double it. And multiple times in my life, I've sat there, and I just did it the other day. I sold my tractor. I wanted this special tractor for a long time. I bought it. I used it for a year. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to take it and I'm going to sell it, because we're at the peak right now, because tractors are starting to hit the market. People are losing their houses. And I'm going to turn it into not only another new tractor that's, instead of a 25 horse, we're going to go on 35. I'm getting a brand new Z06 out of it. And so I believe it's going to take me 8 months. So I sold something that I love, and I'm going to flip the money, and I'm already halfway there. It's been like, I don't know, my son's helping me film it. It's like a month and a half. And we're going to have the tractor and the Z06, and I'll be able to show people. And that's what happens when you put aside your loves and your desires for the bigger picture.
Yeah, but that's the thing is now's never been a better time to write a book, to work on your side hustle, do what makes you happy right now. And so many people retired early during 2020, and I covered this last week, that they're miserable because they didn't, I'll figure it out. They don't have enough money now, so now they have to go back to work, and the jobs aren't out there. And again, you can believe anything you want. The jobs report is great. It's not. I mean, these companies are cutting back. Why are all these tech companies cutting back? It's happening right now.
Totally is. I mean, when you're talking about writing a book, you could literally let ChatGPT write the book for you. There's no excuses out there. It is insane. It's all about marketing and first to market. And even if you're not first to market, being better at selling something, being better at marketing something. It is absolutely insane. There's literally no excuses. But I always say excuses are like butts. Everyone's got one. They all smell.
Yeah, you gotta work though. That's the one thing. It's like we were talking about the research and going to the banks and things like that for the foreclosures. And
you'll see that video on my channel. So all of Dan's people come to my channel because it's so much better. Yeah. There's
it's just so much better.
It just everyone's like, that guy's been drinking.
Yeah.
I swear, it's only ice water.
So one thing that's funny is I love the research that I talked
You
about
do.
when I was a writer. And you'd look at people that would commit very heinous crimes and people that would do white collar crimes, that would do the most sophisticated things to rip somebody off for $500,000. I'm thinking, God, you just put yourself to work in a positive way, you'd make 1,000 times that.
Yeah, you only have to be a liberal these days to pull off those crimes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Dan's like, what am I doing right now?
No.
It's
Okay.
It's a lot of news we've hit.
No, we have. So,
We've hit all the points.
Couple things. Elizabeth Holmes got 2 years cut off her sentence from Theranos.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that good? She deserves that.
It does.
Bud Light has a new ad campaign.
Bud who?
It's not working. Exactly. Bud who?
Oh,
Bud who? It's not working, guys.
it should be called Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
But
And then this one, I always love like study finds and the stuff that you guys send me about this, and that for people that have chronic depression, you need to exercise. You need to get outside, and if you do that,
that's why I don't exercise. I'm not depressed. That's why I'm very fat.
Okay, guys. Please, guys, take a look at Real Estate Foreclosure Pro. We are thrilled about this because what we have is a friend of mine, Doug, who is completely different than any other foreclosure course out there. It's not a flipper. He doesn't buy low, sell high. He owns the auction company that posts the houses, that sells the houses, and has his hand on the market. But this is just the beginning of this whole process, getting busier and busier and busier. If you think that real estate's just going to miraculously turn around and interest rates are going to go back down to 2 and 3%, you're crazy. This is going to be one of those situations like the 2008 scenario when all of a sudden they're like, well, we told you how bad it was. No, you've been telling us how great it was and we should be buying a house right now. This is going to collapse in a big way, guys. These properties are going to be out there. You're going to see people that are losing their jobs, people that cannot maintain what they put all this money into. You're going to start to see properties in your area become available.
Yeah, and honestly, for the price that the course is selling for, after filming the whole course, being in real estate myself, selling homes in 2 different real estate cycles and buying them, I can say that for the $200, you are going to definitely get your money worth. And really, it's even if you don't act. Sometimes when you don't act, you save more money than when you do act. And when you do act, you're going to make even more money. So it's honestly, I think it's a great course.
But thank you for being here. We've just what a day though, and we saw those properties and saw the
I'm
auction
exhausted.
and everything.
I'm a little slap happy. Sorry, it's fine.
But it's good.
I'm ready for bed.
Thank you though, guys.
Yeah.
So onward and upward, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. But take a look at Real Estate Foreclosure Pro. The link is below, and if you need me, hello@iAllegedly.com. And for those of you that are signed up for Christmas in May, we announced the winners. We're starting to send out the prizes to everybody this week. But check your spam filter and see if you won or not. Okay.
Cool. You guys have a great day.
Onward and upward.
I'm out.
I need something like that too. Don't forget to sign up for the secondary channel, iAllegedly Live, also, guys.
Is that a new channel?
Secondary channel. Isn't
Whoa!
that nice?
Just in case he gets kicked off for being too funny, too handsome.
It's a problem to have.
It's a problem.
Thank you. Okay. See you guys.
Like seriously.